Okay, we live. We live. What's up, people? What's up? We got Brown in the building today. We got Chris and we got Stack City. What's going on, people? Shout out to everybody in the
What's
building.
happening?
Good.
What's up?
All right, so we got some hot topics we're gonna discuss today, and I mean it might lead to a free for all, man. We got some good stuff coming up. So you know what I'm saying. You guys want to start us off with anything today?
Yeah, I want to start us off.
Bet. All right, Stack. All right, so our first topic, we're gonna start off with Deandre Hopkins.
Before we get,
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll say that for later.
You got an intro?
Yeah, I do.
Go for
Bring,
it.
bring the intro.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
want to. Since you was ducking the smoke last week, you know what I mean. I want you to remind the people what your prediction was in that in these two playoff series.
Which ones specifically?
Uh,
You talking about the current ones?
the
Or the
Western
ones
and the
when
Eastern.
it
Yeah.
just ended?
You
Oh,
talking
okay.
about Boston the Heat?
I had the Lakers winning, and I had the Celtics and the Lakers in the finals. Obviously,
But you had the Celtics in a sweep though.
I said 4 or 5 games. I said they might get one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I said the Heat might get one. I definitely ain't think they'll go up 3-0. I
Cool,
will
cool.
give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I came back and said, after both of them were down 3-0, I said one of these teams is going to be the first team in NBA history to come back from 3-0 and win this series.
You said that on tape?
Did we forget about that?
Did you say it on tape?
Well, I
though?
got the records, baby. You want to
Did
see
you say
it?
it on tape?
You want to see it in the text?
It
It's
don't-
right here.
And
We got a
listen,
group. We got a
It
group
only-
chat too, though.
it only matters if
Nah.
it's on tape. If it's on tape.
Nah. Tape only lasts a couple hours, baby.
Remind the people. Can I remind the people what I said it's gonna be though?
Go for it.
I said Denver was gonna take it, and I said Boston 7.
Said Boston at 7.
Boston at 7.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
you
wait.
You had
wait,
your
wait,
predictions change every game, Stacks.
I'm talking about what's on tape though. What's on
You
tape?
think Boston
I mean,
will win that last
Your
game
junk
too?
changed game to game, baby. Come on now.
I'm talking about what's on tape though. I'm
Hey,
talking
his
about what's on.
predictions changed like he changed clothes, man.
Hey, Vaughn,
Y'all should see that Golden
Vaughn.
State joint. Like,
Hey Vaughn. Hey
Yeah.
Vaun. I'm already 1-0 today. I'm already 1-0.
he losing already. Look at him.
Already.
Losing
I'm
already.
already
Already.
1-0.
Go ahead. He came out and lost.
He did.
Welcome to the show, Chris. Welcome to
Yeah,
the
what's
show.
up, man?
What's
Oh,
up, big
boy.
dog? What's
Oh,
good?
boy. By the way, Chris is a Chiefs fan, man.
Oh,
I'll be unfortunate that is, but you know.
Oh, I lost some money to Chris a couple months ago
Unfortunate.
on them sorry Chiefs.
How long
Sorry,
you been a Chiefs fan?
I lost
Sorry.
some money to them boys.
How long you been a Chiefs fan?
Andy Reid. When Andy Reid became the coach,
Man,
for the
damn,
past
that's
few
tough.
years.
I hated to see Andy Reid go like that. That was
Listen.
my old coach. You know what I mean? But you know,
listen,
it is what
they
it
let
is.
him go, so he went to the Chiefs. I'm like, all right, cool,
I mean, but we won the Super Bowl after we let him go, though. So it was kind of,
and we won 2.
you know what I'm saying?
We
Hold on,
won
hold on.
2.
We were working on
Hold on.
that second.
We won 2.
Let me ask you this. We got to the bottom of this. Who did you like before Andy Reid got to the Chiefs? Who was your team?
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, cool. Like, okay. I
Calvin
ain't even say
Johnson.
nothing about that.
Calvin is a beast. Barry is a beast too.
Oh yeah, Megatron.
But man,
Megatron.
that's
All the way.
Yeah,
But they're actually gonna be okay next year, though. They're
I think
actually
so,
gonna be
too.
okay next year.
Nah, the Lions
They're
the
gonna be
Lions.
straight.
The Lions the Lions. That's all they're gonna do.
the Lions gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Hey, Stack City, go ahead and start us off. Our first topic of the day.
Yep.
DeAndre Hopkins recently said that he was fine being an Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah.
Fast forward to a couple days ago, Cardinals released him.
Yeah.
Where do you think he's going to end up?
Yeah, I think the most logical place for him to end up, in my opinion, opinions will vary, is the Baltimore Ravens.
What?
The Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, you gotta end up with the Ravens, man. I'm not a Ravens fan or anything like that, but like, if you think about like what they got going on, their receiving room is unproven and unpredictable. It's a big question mark. All right, if the game started today, their starters at receiver would be Odell, who didn't play at all last year. It'd be Rashad Bateman, coming into his third year, unproven. All right. Never played, I think he played like 6 or 7 games last year, rookie year. He had like 46 catches for 515 yards, unproven. And then it would be Zay Flowers from Florida State, an unproven rookie. All right. After your boy Lamar Jackson contract, he was on record as saying he wanted to throw more and run less. With a receiving room like that, you need somebody proven. Like, you need somebody, a go-to guy. You need a guy you can go to. All right. Deandre Hopkins, if healthy, is a proven route runner and ball catcher and a guy you can go to and depend on. He's got hands. He can run routes. He can make plays. He can make catches. He's starting to get up there in age, but he still got some juice in the tank. All right. So, like, in order for the Ravens to have success, obviously, they're going to have Lamar on the field. And in order to keep him injury-free, he's going to have to throw more, be able to stay in that pocket, not absorb so many hits. But he's going to have somebody to throw to.
So, quick on that real quick. He got injured twice in the pocket.
Okay. But answer this question though for me. Which is more likely, that you're going to get injured in the pocket or out there running?
For him, in the pocket. Every time he got hurt, it's been in the pocket.
But which is more likely though, overall? Number
Likely
two
is running. But
okay, number two
is in the pocket.
My number two point, who did he have to throw to besides his tight end?
It's a monster tight end, by the way.
That's a top 3 tight end.
Besides him, though.
Yeah.
I think besides him, who did he have to throw to? Nobody. He had nobody to throw to. That's exactly my point. Like, when you got to hold the ball forever in the pocket, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit when you got to hold the ball forever. Now you got Hopkins out there as one of your options in addition to your tight end. All right. That makes things. And hopefully Odell comes back at least a shell of himself. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully he'll be at least a solid number 2 option, a number 3 option, at least a solid number 3 option. So I think Hop got a logical place. He have to, but a logical place would be Baltimore.
It's a good pick. What are your thoughts, Chris?
There's only 2 teams that he really can go to that makes sense. The first one's the Chiefs. All the points he had with the Ravens is the same with the Chiefs. What your receivers the Chiefs have gonna be? That's number 1. Kadarius Toney, who can't stay healthy. Scott Moore, second season, don't know what he's gonna do. Rashee Rice, rookie. Another team is the Cleveland Browns. Go back and link up with boy Deshaun Watson.
Him going to Cleveland would be just as much or a bigger question mark, like a bigger head scratcher than him going to Baltimore.
But him going to the Chiefs is better than both those places.
But him going to a Chiefs, like, that would be better than both of them places. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Patrick Mahomes has proven like he can make plays without having a go-to guy. Plus, he still got Kelsey. You know what I mean? Like, he can get it done without that.
He can do it doesn't mean he should do it. By the same aspect, all he had was Travis Kelsey. All Lamar had was Mark Andrews. He needed a go-to receiver. Juju left, went to New England, so he needs another receiver, a proven receiver.
Are you talking from a fan perspective here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who will be the Chiefs' #1 receiver going to next season other than Travis Kelsey?
I mean, you got a point.
They got Rashee Rice.
They drafted the kid.
And rookies don't do anything in Andy Reid's system. Not
it's
for
about the kids. MVS, I think, still out there. Like,
MVS tops out like 600 yards.
In one game.
Yeah. All the boys scored against us, it seemed like.
He'll catch the ball, but if you ask him to catch the ball consistently, nah, that's not gonna happen.
He's a deep guy.
Patrick, better quarterback than Lamar. Andy Reid, better coach. Proven Super Bowl record. What the Ravens done to prove that he can go there and win?
I'm saying overall it would make sense from both teams, and overall just fit, just culture, just everything. It seemed like Baltimore would be a nice place for him. I'm not saying there aren't other directions, but I don't think Cleveland makes a lot of sense. I can't argue much with the Chiefs. I'm not here like to say that's a bad answer, but I don't think Baltimore is a bad answer either.
Well, he already played with Deshaun back in when you play with the Texans. You already know that quarterback.
That's what I was about to
just
say.
come back.
That connection with Watson and Hopkins, like that's a kind of natural fit, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean? So
but
you
we
can
don't,
make
we
it
don't,
case to Cleveland. Yeah,
we don't know if Hopkins gonna get back to himself.
He doesn't need to be his
Well, no,
Texas
Watson
self
is either,
because he
but,
got
you know.
Amari there. He just have to
No,
be
excuse me,
a viable number one.
I said that
number
wrong. I said that wrong. We don't know if Watson is gonna get back to himself. That's what I mean. We don't know if Watson is gonna get back to himself.
Yeah. So I had let me address it. I had the Chiefs also, but I mean mine was basically just because of like the whole Tom Brady, Randy Moss aspect. You remember Tom Brady didn't have he had a whole bunch of no-name guys, and when he got Randy Moss, they broke the league. Like, you know what I mean? So if somebody like DeAndre Hopkins went up there with Patty Mahomes, like that's some record-breaking stuff right there. And then I also said the Panthers. You know, you gotta just hear me out for a second. You got a young kid coming in there, Bryce Young, undersized, you know what I mean? And then you bring an alpha dog like that over there to kind of give him a nice little target, man. Like, I mean, I feel like that's a match made in heaven. Plus, Hopkins from around here, you know what I mean? He was born in Clemson. He played in Clemson, played college ball in Clemson, you know what I mean? So I feel like that'd be a nice fit right there. You know what I mean? So
all right, so let me ask you this.
Leadership.
Did you say the Panthers are in rebuild mode?
I mean, they just drafted a quarterback. Just by definition, they have.
He ain't gonna be.
This is first year.
You think he gonna hit the ground running? Because I heard Hopkins too old to be playing.
I don't think he's on the Panthers either. I think the Panthers.
No, I see what you're saying.
Not where they at, where he can go there and just win. He needs a ring or something, a contender. The Panthers aren't a contender right now.
Yeah, hey, Vaughn, I don't know if you got an answer, but I think my answer makes the most sense the more I think about it, because the Ravens need him.
If I say so myself,
yeah.
The Ravens need him. There's a need for him to go to Baltimore.
The Chiefs need him just as much.
They don't need him because like you said, Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. Lamar needs him.
Much better. That's not even a comparison.
Patrick's gonna throw a lot more
passes. Just because he needs them more, don't make it a better fit.
I think it's a better fit. Because it'll balance out that running game they got. You know what I mean? They got a nice little running game. Because Lamar's still gonna run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's gonna run the ball. He still got some people in the backfield to hand it off to. He still got Andrews to toss it to. He needs a receiver. Like, he needs a receiver to get the ball to.
All those points you said apply to the Chiefs too.
But we just said Mahomes is a much better quarterback.
Yes. So why would you go with the worst quarterback out the two?
Just from Hopkins' perspective. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
From Hopkins' why would I go to a worse quarterback? I'm not saying Lamar is a bad quarterback. Patrick just a better quarterback.
Okay, so that argument makes sense from Hopkins' perspective, but we didn't define whose perspective we're coming from.
Well,
from a team perspective, it makes sense for the Chiefs too. They don't have a proven number one target other than Travis Kelce.
They've been talking about featuring Kadarius Toney this year too, though. So.
I like Kadarius Toney's potential. If he can stay healthy, I like his potential. That's a big gift.
If he can stay healthy. Yes, he has to be healthy for
he's a joystick. I mean, he's a human joystick. You got to stay healthy. That's all.
The Ravens don't even have a young receiver with that type of potential.
Wait. Wasn't Bateman a first round pick?
What has he proved? What is shown?
Zay Flowers a first round pick?
What is he shown?
By that same aspect, the Chiefs receiver hasn't shown anything.
But there is Tony has shown more than Bateman. No, I can't really say that. I don't know. It's probably there.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, from the Ravens' perspective, from Lamar Jackson's perspective, they need him the most.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. All of you guys are wrong with your picks. None of those teams truly need him. The best fit for him, and he's going on record saying that he doesn't want to do the freshman quarterback thing. He's been on record saying that. That being said, the best fit for him is going to be with, drum roll please, Justin Herbert, Chargers.
Why?
And here's why. He has two very injury-prone receivers in Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. And you insert DeAndre Hopkins into that offense, and like Steve said earlier, they're going to break the NFL. They're going to break the NFL, and they're already a playoff team without him. Their defense is one of the top 10 defenses. I'll even say top 5. Top 5 defense in the NFL.
You want the Chargers?
The Chargers.
The Chargers defense top 5.
You talking about players?
Top 5.
You talking about individual players? I don't know if they ain't played like that.
2 players, but not top 5.
If they didn't have to play,
they got good players.
They got two players on defense, and that's it.
Are you talking about the Chargers?
The Chargers.
Yeah. No, they got some pieces.
They got some
pieces. Name the pieces.
They got a couple pieces. They got about 4 or 5 individual pieces.
They got 2, maybe 3 pieces on defense.
Derwin James.
Who your 2?
Derwin James, Bosa.
Bosa. So you counting Bosa? I ain't even count Bosa. Bosa is he kind of iffy.
Who else?
Bad Bosa.
They tough, man. They tough.
Who else on that defense?
They got some pieces, man.
Who else is on that defense? Who else is on that defense? No one's saying names. Y'all just saying pieces.
Those are building blocks. Those guys are building blocks.
Oh, that same defense that let the Jaguars come back in the playoffs.
That part. I'm saying they're not a good defense, but they just
that same team with a defensive head coach.
Scheme, man. Scheme.
That same team that already got Mike Williams on the contract. He's expensive.
He hurt, so him and Keenan Allen take turns being hurt, man. They take turns.
And they just drafted Quentin Johnson.
He's a rookie. He's raw. Like, even if you look at his scouting report, they say raw. You know,
so where is he going to play? Where is Hopkins going to play?
Just he can play at the X. You know what I'm saying? Move Mike Williams, kick him to Z or whatever. Keenan plays on the slot anyway, so man, you can throw 3 receivers.
4 receivers every play.
You can throw all 3 receivers.
There's 4 receivers every single time because that's a first round pick in Quentin Johnson. They're not going to bench him.
Bro, they can sub him in. Like, they're going to need to Nook and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are what, 30 in the 30s? No, Mike Williams might be the youngest one.
If they're not going to be able to, you might as well go to the Bengals and join up with Jamar Chase and Higgins.
If I had to rank fit from all the answers given, like where he should go, obviously Ravens is number 1.
Of course.
Chiefs is number 2. Chargers is number 3. And Panthers is way, way, way down there, number 4.
I love the Panthers. The main reason why I say that is just because, like, the territory and stuff like that. But I figure it's like a long shot. You know what I mean?
No.
Any final thoughts on that?
We got guys up here giving those homer answers. Chiefs and Panthers. Picking their favorite teams.
Listen, I said the Browns too. Okay. But the Chiefs just make it more sense.
All right,
cool.
Well, the Bills make more sense than the Chargers.
You said the Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills make more sense than the Chargers.
Maybe if they get rid of if Diggs don't come back, you know, he been in.
Wait. You seen the Bills got to get rid of Diggs for this to work?
He gonna get rid of
the Chargers. Don't got to get rid of Mike Williams or Keenan Allen and make it work.
It's been the news about he publicly been kind of showing up Josh Allen. So we'll see how that goes, man. We'll see how that goes.
That's natural sideline stuff, bro. Yeah. That's natural sideline stuff. That's all the time.
Yeah. That's just natural receiver stuff, man.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Maybe there's no smoke though.
Hey, it's been notable incidents. I'm gonna have to pull out some receipts and show y'all, man.
All right, quick question. What about the Patriots?
Patriots? He don't want to. He made it clear he want to go somewhere where they have a veteran QB. He don't want to play with a guy that's still learning the game like Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi.
He made it very clear. Justin Herbert.
Oh, Justin Herbert's established.
The Patriots' answer is it might be below the Panthers.
Big time.
All right, Chris.
You're paying more money.
Chris, Asante Samuel.
Oh, no, he's been quiet. He's been researching.
J.C. Jackson. They got some play. Khalil Mack. They got individual players. They just can't get that.
Oh, you talking about the Chargers defense?
Yes, that's all on the Chargers.
Wait. Name no players again.
J.C. Jackson. You ain't never heard of him?
I heard of him, but have you? When last time you see him play?
J.C. Jackson. He played. I mean, he off digits. That's the reason why he's there. You know what I'm saying? But when he plays, he's a baller.
No, when he played for the Patriots, he was a baller.
That's what I'm saying.
But not when you play for the Chargers.
But he's an individual player. That's what I'm saying. They got names.
With
But
JT
I was
Jackson,
agreeing with you that they don't have a good defense. They just got like name. They got a lot of names and stuff like that. So they got potential, I guess. You know, if they
I would give you Khalil Mack as a name,
but he ain't done that since he was with the Bears. Same way.
Yeah, you seen your last year.
Say he ate.
He had a decent.
He didn't really eat, but he was getting burned.
All right, let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. All right, next topic. Trailblazers have been in the rumor mill. They want to trade that number 3 pick. Who do y'all think should make a play for it? Whoa. And we'll start with Steve.
Toronto Raptors. Make that play. You in this little rebuild, like go ahead and get rid of your best player. Do y'all know who the Raptors' best player is?
Pascal.
You know what I'm saying? He's about to go ahead and get him on up out of there. Trade that for that 3rd pick. Go ahead and do your little rebuild and stuff like that. You already got Simon. You got Dame. You got Grant. You got Nurkic. So you can fit Siakam right there at that 4, right with that lineup right there. I feel like that'll be a perfect fit if they can make that trade work. Now, they may have to add something else for Pascal because, I mean, he's a 2-time All-Star. So he's pretty high caliber. He's coming up on a contract and stuff like that. So they may have to add a few more pieces, but I feel like that'll be a nice fit for him.
Good. So you got.
We can't hear you.
I like that Raptors pick.
It's a good fit. It's a good fit, man.
You have to come back on me on that
Very
one.
good.
The Raptors one got me questioning.
Go ahead, Stack.
Give me Golden State.
Golden State?
Yeah, give me Golden State. Why not?
For the 3rd pick?
Why not?
Why did they trade?
Why?
Why not? And the purpose ain't because isn't there older?
Why?
You gotta get some reason for that, bro. Come on.
They're trying to win now.
They like to rebuild. They like to rebuild with a core that they're bringing up behind the group that's currently doing their thing. The current group got another year or 2 in them. All right. Bring in another playmaker. Like I think the number 2 pick should be Scoot Henderson. I think the number 3 pick should be Brandon Miller. If Brandon Miller is the number 3 pick, why not him to Golden State?
All right, so now give me somebody that they giving up.
Draymond ain't gonna be there too long.
They're not gonna
you think they'll take Draymond for that pick?
They're not doing that.
Oh, you talking about who they trading them? Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, trade some guys off the bench like that you ain't playing too much right now, like Kuminga. Kuminga, he wasn't happy in the playoffs either way. Anyway,
that's fair.
Like
you have to give up Kuminga to somebody else.
He wasn't happy with the fact he wasn't getting playing time, and he was an early 1st round pick. I mean, they got assets on the bench. Moody, if you have to. I like Moody, but if you have to,
that's part of that young core you talking about, though, ain't it?
That's the young core he was talking about.
One or the other. Okay, one or the other. One or the other. Moody or Kuminga. One or the other.
But that's not a 3rd round pick value right there. You have to give up like Poole too.
We'll give up if you have to also.
Oh, that's a good trade. That's a good trade.
You have to give up Poole too.
Pool party.
Okay.
Yeah, give me. You got to keep one of those stuff. You can't give up all 3 of them.
So
pair up Poole with either Kuminga or Moody, and they come back with Brandon Miller.
I think Dallas might be a better option than Golden State.
Dallas needs somebody now.
Golden State needs somebody now.
No, they got another year or 2.
Year 2 with who? Clay and Draymond got to get signed. One of them not gonna be there next year.
No, well, Clay, even if they got to give up one of the 2. They still got enough. To make a run.
Not for 3rd pick. Nah, they need veterans. They're going to have veterans, not after rookies right now.
They're not going to play them right away though.
Dallas will be a better pick because they can trade Kyrie or somebody else for that 3rd pick and build around Luka better.
But technically, Kyrie is restricted.
Kyrie
is in the contract.
Is he under contract? Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Never mind. He's not. He's a free agent.
I thought he was unrestricted.
Unrestricted. Yeah. So they would have to like sign him to an unfavorable
trade.
contract.
They're gonna do something like that. Yeah.
I think that's the only way he'd sign. Like if he was getting like 80 mil. Okay, now y'all can trade me.
Maybe the answer makes sense of Dallas if I know who you picking.
Yeah. And who you trading?
I can tell you who you picking. That makes sense.
Who?
Cam Whitmore from Villanova.
Okay.
Like 6'8", strong, 40, super athletic, can shoot the deep ball, improving his handle, improving with his shot. Like on the wing, I need wing help. Like you have Luke out there at the point. Who they got down low in Dallas? They got anybody?
Christian Wood.
Christian Wood. There we go. Christian Wood. All right, there we go. We got Christian Wood. We got Luka. We got Cam Whitmore.
You think that's like a barely a play-in team at best to me, in my eyes. Christian Wood, I mean, he basically stole money from the Mavs for sure.
I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to help him out. It's not my answer.
Oh, listen, I just said Dallas is better than Golden State.
So who's your answer though? Do you have? Is that your pick?
If I had a pick, I would have to go with the Raptors.
Okay.
The Raptors got the pieces to trade. The Raptors are rebuilding right now. That's the best. That's the best option right now.
Raptors wasn't a bad answer.
It's not horrible. We got a couple in agreements with the Raptors. I'm gonna zig when y'all zagging, man. I'm gonna zig when y'all zagging.
I was a zig.
It was definitely a zig. The Warriors. And I'm gonna say that the Timberwolves need to go in and make this trade. They got the pieces. They can ship off, and they can add a cat. They can add Karl Anthony Towns and the number 8 pick and send it to Portland for Dame and the number 3. I think that's the best option for both parties. Portland's in need of a big man to spread the floor. Even though Nurkic, he has been doing a better job of, expanding his range, but Cat is definitely a more efficient option. Nurkic is older. He's had like a lot of lower body injuries. So Cat gives you that option down there. They have guys to defend it. Jeremy Grant, Justin Anthony Simons, he could take over the team at guard. And they use that pick to draft, one of the other top guards. So my pick is the T-Wolves.
And you said they're giving up Cat?
They give up Cat and number 8 pick.
Something else too. Oh, an 8 pick. Okay.
And they get what?
Might be able to do that for the 3.
For number 3 only?
Yeah, number 3 and Dame. Number 3 and Dame.
That's what you lost me at.
Whoa.
That's
you said Dame too?
Number 3 and Dame.
Oh, so they trading Dame. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, I was under the impression they was trying to trade this pick so they could, get some stuff around Dame.
Yeah. So
they can make a run, one final pull push, what I'm saying? Like with him, still there, kind of convince him to stay. Because I mean,
number 8
rumors.
Cat and number 8 pick don't make sense with Portland. They just be doing the thing that they're doing now to a lesser degree.
I'm looking at it like this. Like, this is going to be the best trade for them. Like, Minnesota's getting better. They have a logjam at center now with Cat and Rudy Gobert. Both of them play center. Like, Cat is not a power forward. Maybe a small ball forward, but yeah, you gotta make that trade. Like, Minnesota has a clear need at point guard. I think Mike Conley is the guy right now, and they have like Jalen Newell and Jordan McLaughlin, something like that. They have those guys. Make the trade.
And so you said Minnesota should make the trade, right? And
both.
Who should they pick?
With the number 8 pick or number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So they have Anthony Edwards is clearly the future. He's clearly the future. So with the number 3 pick, depending on who's available, if Miller goes to number 2, take Scoot.
Take either one.
Scoot. Yeah, take either one. Miller or Scoot. Yeah, gotta go with him.
You like that fit with Scoot potentially with Anthony Edwards?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know both of them are pretty ball dominant, but they have a guy in Rudy Gobert to defend and rebound, and then they have Slow Mo if he doesn't get traded. They have who else? Man, they got some pieces there, man. They got is it McDaniels? Jaden McDaniels that plays in Minnesota still?
Mm-hmm.
One of the McDaniels boys. Anyway, but they got some pieces, man. So all they need is those two weapons on offense, and let them ride.
I think I won this one too.
You didn't win the first one.
Right. Right. If you guys don't have any more thoughts, let's keep it moving. Go to our next topic. Who do y'all think is the most underrated NBA prospect? And we'll start with Steve.
I'm gonna go with this kid named Imani Bates.
Oh boy. Last
Take
episode.
Take it back a little bit. Like, okay, all right. Kid started at Memphis, had injuries and stuff like. Okay, before that, he was a top 5, like recruit, just like coming out. Coming out.
I mentioned this guy last week.
What's that now? Oh, did you mention it last week?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know this stuff. Like, I wouldn't.
You saw the show. It's a good answer because I said it.
I wouldn't have took your.
It's a good answer because I said it first.
But anyway, like kid, like he dealt with injuries and stuff like that. Off-court issues. He got felony gun charges and stuff like that. So the fact that he was once a top 5 type, prospect.
Top 1. He was a top 1.
So he was top 1. Okay. I know they had mentioned top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like before Victor and Scoot came onto the scene.
Yeah.
It was Imani Bates.
When it was like 19 and stuff like yeah.
No. When he was like 15, 16.
You're talking about high school.
Yeah, when they said when this guy comes out as a one and done, he's a generational talent going number 1 for sure. This is before we knew about Scoot. This is before we knew about Victor.
Yeah. This before the injuries. For the injuries, for the stuff with the law and stuff like that. So he transferred to Eastern Michigan, and I guess coaches just kind of want him to prove and stuff like that he can stay out of trouble. But dude might not even get drafted. You know what I'm saying? They're saying he might not even get drafted. He might be like an unsigned like type of free agent. You know what I mean? So that's kind of crazy that somebody can take that fall from grace. So I would say he is definitely the most underrated NBA prospect.
That's if you still believe in his talent, which I do. I think that's a great answer.
I appreciate that coming from you, bud.
All right.
That would be the first great answer you've given.
Aside from the last one. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the Toronto one. You know what I mean? It's a streak, baby.
I'm just joking with you, bro.
Who's your pick, Stack?
Who my pick?
Is it?
It's the right pick. Pick is on the right pick. But give me. You gonna cue up the footage?
Yes, sir.
Is there a delay?
How y'all
Y'all
doing
can't hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna cue the footage, Devon?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Give me Gigi Jackson. Give me Gigi Jackson out of South Carolina. He originally, out of high school as junior, committed to North Carolina, UNC. He was the number 1 player in the class of 2023, right? But the summer after his junior year, he decided to reclass. When he reclassed, he decommitted from Carolina, and then he went and committed to South Carolina, his home state team. When he committed to South Carolina was bringing in a new coach. Their team was trash this year. Mind you, he was 17 years old, right? He's the youngest prospect in this class. He turned 18 in December, won't be 19 until December 17th. All right, youngest prospect in the class by a significant amount. But the potential, in my opinion, is through the roof. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, elite athleticism. He's a wing forward, can play on the wing, can get to the basket, can handle the rock, can defend out in space, can rim protect. And they got him going to the second half to the back half of the first round, like halfway to the back half of they got him on most mock sections in the back half of the first round. because of how bad South Carolina was. South Carolina was terrible this year. He was the number one option. He was the go-to guy. He was the guy that defended defenses schemed to stop. He was the number one option as a 17-year-older, and he still averaged 15 points, 6 rebounds, 41% field goal percentage, 32% from three, which isn't great numbers, but for a 17-year-older, it's pretty good. In the SEC was a pretty good coach this year in basketball. Like, so for those numbers, for somebody 17 for half of the season and then turned 18, I think his potential is through the roof. Because he can make outside shots, he can get to the basket, he can handle the ball, he's elite athletically, he can defend, he can do it all, really. And he's got so much room to grow. He's skilled now, but the raw potential is eye-popping. So let me go with G.G. Jackson, South Carolina.
All great points. Who you got for us, Chris?
I got Bow this one. I don't have any NBA prospect on my radar, to tell you the truth. I've not been following college basketball this season, so I'm gonna have to bow on this one.
Same. But
nice.
You know, I just check dude out, and I just remember that cat. You know what I mean? So that's just somebody back of that. But I don't really follow college like that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a random person, and yeah, I don't have a prospect on that one.
Good.
Who you got, Vaughn?
Bet I got y'all. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all this guy, Trace Jackson Davis from Indiana Hoosiers.
Indiana, okay.
Yeah.
He's old though.
He's old. He's like 23 years old. My man was a force though. He averaged 20, 21, and 11, and 4 assists. And those kind of stats in college hint at a huge upside in the pros. You know what I'm saying? He's got the size. You know, he's got the frame. The only thing, and this is why he's like ranked number 29. Look at that. He's blocking everything, man. My man, he's like a baby Rudy Gobert. But the only thing that's like the huge knock against him is he could be like a Ben Simmons type, you know what I'm saying, where he doesn't shoot threes.
Shoot at all?
He shot 0 3-pointers. His game is right what he's doing now in the pose, slashing and attacking the basket. So yeah,
can I address that?
Yeah, go for it.
It's a solid answer, but like I've said this before, I'm a basketball guy. College basketball probably what I follow the most. So Tracy Jackson Davis is an okay answer. The only reason I would say I wouldn't go with Tracy is because, and I mentioned that he's old, he's 23. I think he's as close to being what he's going to be right now as anybody else that's projected to potentially go in the first round. I like where he's at right now, but I don't know how much room he has to get better. I think he's pretty close to what he's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, just watching his game, following his game for the past 3 or 4 years. Like, I don't like, he doesn't shoot threes, but yet he had like 4 years to work on threes, and he's never been a 3-point shooter. I don't know that he ever will be. Like, so he is what he is, and if that's the case, if what he is what he is, he'll be a solid role player. Like, he'll be a solid role player at best, to me, in my opinion, just because of that. But I think, you about to say something?
Oh, sorry, I got excited when I saw that dunk.
Oh no! That's the only reason I wouldn't go with him as like a potential underrated. I think he's rated about right, in my opinion, maybe a little high, just because I think he is what he's going to be.
So
he's not really an elite athlete. He's good for the college game, but like he doesn't jump off the screen with his athleticism. He doesn't the deep ball. He's not the greatest shot creator or handler. And it's hard to go off of highlights because of highlights, they're only going to show you the best plays. But he did put up solid numbers, though. He did put up good numbers. The only thing about it is, did he put up good numbers because he's a great player, or did he put up good numbers because, like with old players, you got to realize in today's climate of college basketball, why are they old still in college?
So, and that's the thing with that.
His game is a little outdated.
So the thing with
I
that,
mean,
like
and,
COVID,
go ahead.
COVID gave a couple players, or a lot of players, the extra year or years of eligibility. That's why if you're looking at, this is totally off topic, but if the NFL draft, you got all those players that are like 26 and 20, or 25,
But
24.
Yeah, but those
Hooker
are the
Hooker is
guys.
one of them.
football is different. They stay longer usually to make themselves look better. But in college, if you stay too long, it do more harm than good.
Yeah, because then they view you as an old guy beating up on 18 and 19 and 20-year-olders.
Yeah.
So did he have great numbers because he's the old guy beating up on kids, or did he have great numbers because he's really that dude like that?
Some people take longer to develop.
Wait, how old is he?
He's 23.
23.
Yeah, that's real old for college basketball.
For the like great players, I don't think he was like a highly touted recruit coming in. So a lot of people have to like work and build themselves up to become those kind of players.
If I'm not mistaken, he was a 5-star.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure. But
That's
that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. The point is, it remains to be seen. You could be right, I could be wrong, but only thing I was doing was giving my counter.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point. You guys have any other thoughts on that? Oh, all right, perfect. Well, let's keep it moving, man. All right, Carmelo Anthony, the real Melo.
Woo!
Just retired. Just called it a career. All right. He played with 4 different teams. Unfortunately, he didn't win NBA championships, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. What is his legacy? What is Carmelo's legacy? And we'll let, I think, Chris, you want to start us off?
Melo is a scorer first. Melo go down like one of the best players not to win a ring. He'd be like top 5 not to win a ring.
Top 5?
Not to win a ring.
That's fair. That's fair.
With no ring. Not top 5 altogether.
No, I got you. I'm with you.
Melo's legacy got changed when he left the Nuggets and went to the Knicks. That forcing himself out kind of hurt his legacy, I would say, more than helping his legacy. Because when he left the Nuggets to go to the Knicks, all the draft picks killed the team, so he never actually got a chance to actually win.
He didn't really win in Denver. He won in the regular season.
Yeah, but those picks they got from the Knicks built this current Denver team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they turned it into like Gallinari. Yeah.
I think Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Spawned off one of them them trades. They made trades like for the future, like just to get that kid, bro. Like that was crazy.
That's crazy.
Knicks was going crazy with that one. I still hate that, but that's good. But go ahead, Big Dog, my bad.
Yeah. No, you good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Melo was just a scorer that never got a chance to win the ring. That's his legacy to me.
Okay.
Did he not get a chance by choice? That's the question.
Yep, I think it's his choice. When he forced his way out and made the Knicks give up all those picks, he hurt the team from being able to build around him.
Then they chose the wrong running mate. They chose Stoudemire.
Yeah,
they put a lot of assets in that too. And
Noah, what was it? Joakim Noah. Yeah.
Joakim. Okay, that's right. Yeah. So score with. Oof. I have to agree with you, man. Like his legacy he's gonna always be known as a scorer. My man had a crazy package. Melo had a crazy package. And I'll never forget when it was the opening day of whatever year, and they were playing the Jazz with Paul Millsap. Man had one of the best dunks I've seen like live. He dunked on Paul Millsap, and it was like, I'm back. It was like opening day, man. Day. And that was amazing. But yeah, I mean, as far as what he accomplished, what else he accomplished in the league, like he didn't do much, man. He was not a great defender, as we all know. He was targeted a lot in the pick and roll. And his playoff, get this, his playoff career, win-loss, 28-55. 28-55.
Lose your teams.
Yeah.
I would say he was robbed of Rookie of the Year, though.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Braun joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, actually. I agree with you. That was all that hype, though. It was a crazy time back then, you know. So, yeah, they weren't going to take that from Braun.
No way. Stack, you got any other thoughts?
Yeah, I low-key remember Melo. Like, my first time really seeing Melo play at all was the McDonald's American game with the cornrows to the back. I was impressed. This dude is going to be one of them guys. He's going to be one of them guys. Then he went to Syracuse. And then he came out that same class of him and Bron and that draft was going to go as one of the best draft. Wasn't D-Wade in that draft class too?
Yeah.
D-Wade, Bron.
And Darko Milicic. Don't forget Darko.
Following year. Yeah. And Milicic was number 2, right? Number 2 overall.
Yeah.
Insane, bro.
But anyway, yeah, Melo got to the league, and you all said it. What he did in the league already, he was a scorer, man. He was a. So when you first said top 5 did not win a ring, it kind of hit me some type of way. But now that I think about it, you be right. Like he might be one of the top 5 to win a ring.
Him.
Of course, you got guys like Barkley. You got guys
Chris
like
Paul.
Chris Paul. You got guys like Allen Iverson.
Got Ewing.
Patrick Ewing. Like it's funds out there, but Melo, he's in argument at least. He's at least in argument. Yeah, you can for him. But that's his claim, man. He can go get a bucket. If nothing else, he'll get you a bucket. He wasn't the best. Yeah, he wasn't the best. He wasn't the best defender at all. You know, he really didn't care much about defense. George Karl even said that not too long ago. But when it came to getting buckets, Melo, and you can't tell me Melo still can't get a bucket in the league right now. They blackballed him.
I want to say they blackballed him. He kind of wore out his use.
Yeah, but like in 100 players in the league right now, better than Melo.
I'm not saying 101 better than Melo, but the way they play the game now, Melo's not a real fit. You can't back people down and hold the ball for most of the shot clock, then pass it out the last second, expect somebody to shoot a 3 or something.
Game is still getting buckets. Get you one.
He might get you one.
No, he can't get you one. He can get you one. Melo get you one. Melo get you a bucket. Like his last year with the Lakers, the year before, it wasn't. He didn't completely think it up. Like it might not have been an all-star year, but it was solid coming off the bench.
So what's used as a player that can get you 10 points? I'll give you 10 points.
That's a lot. That's a lot. For a guy to get you 10 points,
but no defense.
There's guys like that in the league right now.
But see, Melo didn't want to come off the bench either. Yeah, that was
in LA. He might not have wanted to, but he agreed to.
Yeah, he agreed to. But that was a big sticking point for him. So you know what I'm saying, that kind of hurt him. Let me say a few things. I think Vaughn internet went out. Let me see.
Yeah, you ain't got into it yet. And this was your topic, I believe. This was your topic.
Everything basically like dealing with Melo's legacy, it ain't got nothing to do with like the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to join in college. Like, you know, he ran through the tournament and stuff like that. Like you said with Boeheim. And then he was like maybe the best Olympic type player of our generation. Like he was better than all them boys. He could adjust to that Olympic. Like when they won that 2008 joint, like Melo was the best player on that team. You know what I'm saying? Melo was eating out there. You know what I'm saying? Like just with that whole 3-point joint and like just that whole international way of playing. Like Melo was on his game with that. You know what I mean? Obviously he retired as like, you know, you say a scorer, 9th leading scorer in NBA history as he retired and stuff like that.
Top 10. That's impressive.
Yeah. Six-time All-Star. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, That's just his legacy. But like the kids are gonna remember him as Hoodie Melo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be his legacy to like a lot of these kids. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is, man. I mean, great player. Great player.
Kids is adult. Like the kids now ain't see Prime Melo. The current kids ain't see Prime Melo.
No, they seen Scrub Melo. That's what they saw. Trying to hang on too long, you know.
Let me ask you this, and I kind of saw something alluding to this in the comments. Is Melo being a Hall of Famer? Is he first ballot?
Oh,
if you include the college, like they do for some reason.
No, they do because it's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Basketball Hall of Fame. It's basketball.
It's called the Football Hall of Fame too, but you don't see them talk about college players either.
But in basketball, I think they just put more of an emphasis on your overall career.
So, with the college stuff, he might be a first round. He might.
Now when you say with the college stuff, it was only 1 year of college stuff.
Yeah,
he just won a national championship.
Outside of him winning that championship in the Olympics, what did he really do in the league other than score?
But so are we doing this from a standpoint of team success or how good of a player he was? Individual player. Because if we're talking individual player, he's right up there with some of the best to ever do it. Especially on the offensive side, he's right up there with the best. But if we're doing this from a team success perspective, that's a whole different conversation.
Oh, he was horrible. If you bring up the playoff record, like he was the best player on most of those teams. Like, you know what I'm saying, when he went to the playoffs, I mean, a little bit at the end, like, I don't know, I think he went with, you know, Braun and stuff like that. But like early in his career, he was the best player on them Denver teams and like the Knicks team too, I guess. He would have been the best player. So 22-50 something, like that's.
Let me ask y'all this. Who will go down if this other player that I'm about to mention doesn't win a ring? Who will go down as the better basketball player without a ring? Same draft class. Melo or CP3?
He wasn't he a year later?
Yeah, he was a year later.
He was right around the same time. But I would say
close enough. He wasn't in that class. Yeah.
I would say I mean I feel like Chris Paul could have had that ring too, bro. They blocked that trade with him to the Lakers. Like that was some shady NBA stuff by David Stern. You know what I'm saying?
That's when NBA owned the Pelicans and right. They blocked that trade for him going to the Lakers.
That was insane, bro. They didn't even give a reason why they did that. That was crazy. But I'll say Chris Paul, man. I'll just say Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul, he gotta control the flow of like everything. And like when he was with them Pelicans, like I mean Chris Paul used to be that guy, bro. I mean Melo obviously was too, but like I feel like Chris Paul
also CP3 early with the Clippers.
With Blake.
He was the orchestrator of like he orchestrated that band, Live City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, heck yeah, man. So I say Paul, but that's a tight debate right there. That's a tight debate. I say that's real close.
Who you got, Chris?
CP3 over Melo.
Okay.
Melo.
It's CP3 over Melo all day.
Yeah.
Because CP3 has done more team wise to get his team further than Melo has done ever.
Because if you got CP3 over Melo as far as guys without a ring, then that top 5 spot that you said Melo had is tight.
He might not be top 5 once I think about it some more.
Because like who you got? You got Melo or you got AI?
Ooh, AI.
That's another one.
So you got CP3, AI, Charles, Patrick Ewing,
got
Malone.
Stockton.
A lot of them.
He might not be top 10 if we keep listening. He might not be top 10 if we keep listening, people.
Hey, if MJ hadn't taken them years off, it would have been Hakeem and them too.
Hey, then you got guys like Deandre Hopkins.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of folks.
Oh, so there's a lot more people out of ring than I thought. So he might not be top 10.
And you know what? A lot more people. Me and my homie, we have this discussion all the time. And he brings this point up to me, so I'm gonna give credit to him. But a lot of those people that in that '90s era that don't have a ring, don't have a ring because the GOAT is. But we'll get into that.
No.
We'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get into that in a little bit.
We might have to talk about this another time, but
is.
But I hate that narrative that when Jordan was winning, nobody else was winning.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I know the host trying to get back. He's trying to get back right, but I don't know what topic he want to come with next.
Oh, we cool. Let's go ahead and move it. You good, Vaughn?
Yeah, good as I'm be, man. I'm going in and out here, but yeah.
I got you.
The next topic is top five
yeah.
NBA GOATs, or just who you think is the GOAT is, however you want to take it.
Oh, the GOAT for me will be Bron.
Okay, well, give your top. Well, I guess we can frame it as your top 5 all-time players. You know what I mean?
Right.
It says top 5 GOATs, so I guess that's what it would be.
So not favorite players, but greatest players, right?
That's one thing. Great GOAT,
Yeah.
greatest, yeah. I'm
The NBA, right?
Yeah.
NBA. Top 5 all-time NBA.
I'll let you go for a stack.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Give me MJ number 1. At a distant second, give me Bron.
Distant second. Okay. All right.
At a distant second.
Since it got to be like that.
Give me at number 3. Give me Kareem. At number 4. And number 4, and this changes so much. Like I think about this all the time, but it changes all the time. Like top 2 spots are solidified.
I agree
at number 4, give me Kobe. Number 5, give me Magic.
Okay.
I got 3 Lakers. I don't like the Lakers. I don't like
4
the
Lakers in
I got
there.
3 guys that play for LA.
That's 4 Lakers.
4. Whatever.
That's
yeah,
straight.
dang.
That's
I have to change
ridiculous.
my top. I'm gonna have to change.
So, quick question. For your top 5, are you talking about career or talking about at peak powers?
That's a good question. I'm talking about best player. The best player.
Best career?
As far as at their peak.
At their peak?
At their
Okay.
peak.
So
at the peak period of their career. The peak period of their career. Like because I'm not including Bron in year 20, whatever.
No.
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm not including Jordan with the Wizards. We're not going to do that. We're not doing that tonight. We're not doing that tonight. We ain't including Jordan with the Wizards.
That was rough.
All right. So
When he was 40 years old.
1 LeBron.
Okay.
2 Jordan. 3 Kareem. 4 Shaq. 5 Kobe.
Shaq in there.
And we talk about peak of their
Domination.
Playing. I don't think it was a play that could stop Shaq.
I can dig that though. I like that. His name don't come up a whole lot.
We got the same 5 different order, 1 player different. You got Shaq, I got Magic.
Same amount of Lakers though. It's ridiculous. Jordan the only non-Laker. That's crazy. All right.
See who you got.
I don't consider LeBron a Laker.
Yeah, I feel you, but I mean he wanted to chip with him, so
He wants to everywhere he goes.
all right. So we're gonna do Bron at number 1.
That, Chris. We're gonna get into that right there. I ain't like that slide.
What? That's what GOATs do. They win where they go.
Go ahead, Steve.
That shit struck a nerve. My fault. I apologize. All right, look. Got Bron at number 1 overall. Like, you know what I'm saying? Overall NBA player. Bron at number 1. You got MJ. I'm going to slide Kobe in at number 3. I'm going to slide him in over Kareem.
You got
And
Kobe
then
over Kareem?
I'm going to do Kareem at number 4. I'm going to do Kobe at number 3. And Kobe, Vaughn will tell y'all, Kobe is the guy that I hated on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whole career. You know what I mean? I just ain't like the way he was emulating MJ, but that dude was he was a killer. Like, I don't know, I feel like Kobe could have been the best all time, like, just with his mentality. You know what I mean?
No.
He was an animal. He just, he was he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? He had him physical straight. If he had the physical like attributes like LeBron with that mindset Kobe got. All right, we can get it a hypothetical.
But if that's the case, you give Shaq that same
there you go.
mentality.
Yeah. You're right. All right, so my last one. This is a biased one. I'm gonna say Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett in your top 5.
Kevin Garnett, bro. Kevin Garnett. That's a personal. That's one of my favorite players to watch, like all time.
Like, favorite. You actually got him as a top 5 non-biased, non-favorite
this
player.
Is biased. This is biased. This is my
who's your 5th non-biased player? Because Kevin Durant is not.
KG. KG. Get it right, not KD. KG.
Oh my bad, KG.
You know what I'm saying? This
KG
is my
that
guy.
won one championship.
I'm definitely putting the D over the G.
KG used to, bro. KG used to be that guy.
We remember.
I remember him trying, then going to Boston, winning one. Then that was it.
He was with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? And plus, with the Timberwolves, he was a game 7 away from making it to the finals with that trash team. You know what I'm saying? KG was that guy, bro. KG was that guy. Don't.
I'm not.
So I got him top 5.
I'm not gonna fight KG, but top 5 all time.
All time.
Magic, Bird,
all time. That's my goal. Top 5. And then the way he was out there we talked about Melo earlier.
That ain't got nothing to do with your skill set.
Not a single thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't go out there and talk
fear in
to
them boys. KG, he struck fear in them boys. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't go out there and talk to. They just gonna dunk on me all day.
They didn't do that to KG though. They didn't do that to him. KG was a monster on defense too.
I got Tim Duncan over KG. I got Tim Duncan over KG.
I got Tim Duncan.
No.
All day.
I would put Tim Duncan at number 6 though. I put him at number 6. But they used to
Tim
have
Duncan has what? 5 championships? 4 championships?
With the Spurs. With Greg Popovich and the Spurs. And my guy was with the Timberwolves.
Okay. What happened when he went to Boston?
I really struggled.
What happened when he went to Boston?
I really struggled with Magic. I really struggled with putting Magic over Timmy D.
Timmy D was a dude. You talking about Magic Johnson?
Yeah, I had him at number 5, but I could have easily slid Timmy D at number 5.
So I can see Timmy over Magic, but I can't see KG over Magic or Duncan. Like, he has done nothing to prove or did nothing.
He ain't got no rings. He ain't got the rings, right? He ain't got the rings. That's what we talking about. That's all we talking about.
You don't got the stats either.
KG got the stats. KG do got the stats.
Over who?
KG got the stats over Tim Duncan easily. Let's pull the stats up.
Mm-hmm. Pull up the stats.
Maybe he got the stats over Tim Duncan. He ain't got the ring stats over Tim Duncan. Yeah. KG got the stats. KG used to control the whole game. Assists, rebounds, scoring. KG did it all.
Who you got, Vine? Y'all arguing over the 5th spot. We talking about
okay. Shit. I mean, I'm just saying. That's my guy. And I know he's probably not the 5th best player, but that's just my guy. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to talk about why so many people got Bron over Jordan, but go ahead, Vaughn. Go ahead, Vaughn.
on that.
Man, okay. So my top 5.
Don't do it, man.
Go ahead, do it. Join the club.
I mean, I kind of spoiled one of them, man. I got Bron, number 1.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here, man.
MJ, number 2. Kareem, number 3.
All right.
Kobe, number 4.
Okay.
And Timmy, number 5.
Timmy,
number 5. The big fundamental.
Can you say that list again? I got lost after number 1.
LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Kobe, and Timmy. That's my top 5. Timmy, man, he just did so much for that franchise.
Timmy was nasty.
He'll get you easy 20 and 15. Easy 20 and 15. A couple blocks. And he changed the game, man. Like he didn't change the game like some of these guys today. He would change it just by making you have to play defense on him, man. Like my man had the best backboard shot in the game. Like I think I modeled my backboard shot because he used to do it and was so effective at it. You know, he was a great defender. You know what I'm saying? And I think he won 5 championships. He won 5 championships, right?
Yeah, I believe he won 5.
You modeled your backboard shot after Timmy D?
I did, man. And Yeah,
And this
it's
is like
still
in your.
effective.
I'm guessing this is in like your teen years growing up.
I was 14, 15 watching Tim Duncan.
I've never heard somebody say when they were 14 they modeled the backboard shot off of Timmy D.
Oh yeah, the bank shot. That's I was ahead of my
I'm
time.
not saying it ain't a valid thing to say. I'm saying I never heard of a 14-year-old saying they modeled their backboard shot off the Timmy D.
Dude, don't get me started on what I modeled my game after, man. I had a Kobe fro. I had a Kobe fro for years. Man, dude. Dwayne Wade, Kawhi, especially on defense, man.
All right, so let's get into why y'all got Bron over MJ. Let me hear y'all reasons, man, so I can shoot him down.
He made the team.
Whoever want to go first?
Hold up. You tell me why MJ is better than Bron.
One.
Other than championships is nothing.
Other than. What do we mean? Other than?
But look, that's how you
one.
coming at me with Tim Duncan too now, with them championships. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
so with MJ,
Duncan
always
went
has a
to
better team.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. That's
MJ had
ridiculous.
Scotty out there.
MJ played with one guy who could score the ball, and it was a perennial All-Star and Hall of Famer. That's Scottie Pippen. Who else?
Wait.
I hate him.
Wait. MJ played with a lot of Hall of Famers.
No. I said one guy that could score and was a future Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Scottie Pippen.
So
Rodman was specialist who was a star in his role as a defender and a rebounder. He was the 90s version of Bill Wallace.
Okay.
Who else we got that Jordan played with? Who all these all-stars that he played with?
Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley.
Exactly. He
Rodman.
played with a bunch of guys. Them first 3 championships that he won.
Bill Winnington.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. These first 3 championships that he won with a young Scotty.
Yeah.
A young
The rest
Scotty.
of his guys were B.J. Armstrong.
Okay.
Guys like Will Perdue and Bill Cartwright. Guys like Horace Grant and John Paxson.
Wait.
Like, who are these guys? He won a 3-peat those guys.
Back then, like the competition wasn't as spread out as it is now. You know, it was like it was a lot more.
Okay.
You got
name one team that was better than the Warriors that MJ played.
The Celtics, one of the greatest teams of all time.
Oh, I mean the Celtics he never beat. The Celtics he never beat.
He didn't beat the Celtics though.
Exactly.
The Celtics he never beat.
Exactly. And what is Bron's record against the Warriors? It's a losing record.
He came back.
It's a losing record.
He came back 3. Wait, was he not down? 3-1.
It's still a losing record, bro. It's still a losing record.
At least he beat them. MJ never beat them.
Yeah, he did beat them.
But look at the teams he had to assemble to compete against them.
Which team?
Bron played with
Kevin Love.
Cleveland.
Kevin
He
Love.
played with Miami. He done played with the Lakers. He played with Cleveland again. He done played with Kyrie.
Wait.
Wade,
Your argument.
Chris Bosh, AD, Carmelo, like all these all stars that's got to play with.
Wait, pause. You brought up Melo, who literally retired the year after he played with LeBron.
I just threw the name out there. He
was on a roll, bro. He was on a roll.
Listen, of all the names,
listen.
Of all the names I said, you're gonna focus on Melo.
How many times has AD played a full season?
What that got to do with Price T in China? He played a full.
That's what I thought.
Was AD there the year they won it in the bubble?
Yes.
Okay. All
So
right. Did he
better
win
than
one
Scotty?
with Bosh? Did he win one with Wade? Did he win one with Kevin Love? Did he win one when Kevin Love was actually a pretty good player? Did he win one with Kyrie? Yes.
Oh, what's Kyrie's record without LeBron? I'll wait.
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, because when Jordan retired in that middle of that dynasty you claim, they went to the Eastern Conference Championship?
Yeah.
Did they win it though?
Scotty led the team in like every
he
category.
got to the Eastern Conference Championship,
Did they
but
win it?
Kyrie hasn't made it out the second round since then. D Wade hasn't won the championship since Brown left. AD never did anything. Name one teammate that did something after LeBron left.
Name one teammate that did something after Jordan left.
Scotty.
I can say the same thing.
If he says Scotty, man, Scotty was balling.
Scotty got the Eastern Conference championship.
No. We know how we're defining same thing. Rings.
So
when Jordan wasn't there, how many times did a guy win a ring that he played with when he wasn't there? After he left, how many times did they win a ring? None.
Robert Horry. Wait, no. Robert Horry didn't play with the Bulls. My bad.
Robert Horry played with the Houston
Lakers and the
Rockets. This is what you're saying.
The Rockets.
You're saying that
this is exactly what
Jordan's
I'm saying.
the team that when he retired the first time went back to the Eastern Conference Championship and only didn't advance because of a questionable call. But LeBron's team, after he left, go in full
you bring up some
rebuild
random
mode.
questionable call. What questionable call?
What was that call?
They didn't even make it to the finals. You said the only reason they didn't win the ring, they didn't even make it to the finals.
Who did they lose to? The Knicks?
Yeah.
Was that the OJ year? I'm trying to think of when that was. I can't even remember when it was. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's not memorable.
So without Scotty, what did Jordan do?
Without another, he didn't do anything without him. You need a number 2 guy. You need a Robin. Batman needs Robin. Nobody's done it by themselves. Who done did it by themselves?
Except
with
Dirk.
A bunch of nobodies.
Dirk did it by
Except
himself.
Dirk.
Who?
Dirk.
Let me think about this.
Dirk did it by himself.
And who we do it against? Exactly. Case in point.
I don't know.
Man, don't do that.
Case in point.
Isaiah did it.
Case in point. No. Who did he do it against?
Kobe did it with Paul.
Who did Dirk do it against?
Dirk was the GOAT. But he had Jason Terry.
Fine. You're a basketball
guy. Yeah, JJ Barrera.
Who did Dirk do it against? Huh?
Yeah, I know he did it against.
Who did it against, man?
I don't know what was going on that year, bro.
Yeah.
That was a weird year.
Okay, cool.
Because JJ Barrera was like guarding LeBron. It was crazy. It was a crazy year.
It was weird year.
It was weird.
Jordan was 6-0 with 6 finals MVPs.
Jordan has not played any finals where he was not the favorite to win the finals because his team was better.
Who? That first one he was. That first one he played the Lakers. That was the first time getting to the
Magic?
finals.
You talking about old Magic?
Old Magic was like 31, 32 years old.
How long Magic play after that?
He only got forced out the league because of HIV.
Yeah, that was
in his early 30s. Around that time. He was in his early 30s. That's still prime. This wasn't. You see, people like to say stuff like that. Old Magic. But people don't realize, like, this guy was only like 31, 32 years old when Jordan beat him in that finals. That's not old for basketball.
That's not old today.
So it's old then.
It's older than, yeah, they didn't take care of the bars like they do now.
It was considered it, yeah.
No, it's older then because we were young then. This guy wasn't old then.
Perspective.
Like, old. They older because we were young, like we were little. You know what I mean? It wasn't old though.
I feel it.
Brian, you quiet over there, man. What's your reason for putting Brian over MJ?
Oh, all-time leading scorer.
No, I'm talking about Brian.
Easy. Super easy. Yeah, what he said. All-time leading scorer.
No. This is a lifetime. It's a lifetime achievement award. They played 20 years.
And then, like,
a lot of people played 20 years.
Yeah. And Dirk played
14 years. And it's number 3 on the list. Number 4 on the list.
It's a great debate.
Yeah.
I say it's tight. I just give Bron the edge just because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's reason. Von and Chris, like all-time leading scorer, you know, played 20. See, y'all don't think Jordan would have broke that record had he played 20 years straight?
No,
that's a hypothetical. He did.
No,
I don't think Jordan was built like that.
Jordan wasn't built like that.
Jordan averaged 31 for his career. Bron doesn't average 31 for his career.
But somehow he's the all-time leading scorer.
It's crazy.
Because he didn't take no breaks. He played 20 years straight.
Oh, why do you have to take breaks? Why do you go to have to take breaks?
Because his dad died. Emotionally, it was too much for him to continue playing at the time. His dad always wanted to see him as a baseball player, so he took a break and played for the White Sox for 2 years because it was his dad's dream for him to play baseball. That's why. If it hadn't been for that, he might not have ever retired.
Nah, I don't think so.
We can't really say like what he should have
What about that second retirement? What about that second retirement?
He was done. He didn't have nothing else to prove. He didn't have nothing else to prove. He had dominated the league on 3 separate occasions with those 3-peats. He ain't had nothing else to prove.
Oh, now he don't have anything to prove.
He won 6 championships.
You don't. Okay. So, what's your criteria for GOAT?
Best player who accomplished the most individually and as a team in the time that he played.
Accomplished most as an individual.
In the time that he played. Like, for example, I can't compare LeBron's 20 years to Jordan's 14, 15 years because it's above and beyond. But what about LeBron's first 14, 15 years compared to Jordan's 14, however long it was?
He went to the finals 10 times.
Nah, well, that's not, didn't he just? So, hold on, let me think about this. 20, which is 3 years ago. Nope, 17. Nope, you got to include 2020. That came after 15 years, year 15.
So 9 finals.
And won how many?
He went up against a team.
Oh my goodness. You don't want to answer the question. How many did he win?
He won 4.
Okay.
No, 3. 3. You guys 4 in the last one.
Yeah, exactly. 3. Half as many as Jordan. Half.
But he had the worst team in the finals. Jordan had the better team in the finals. And we going off rings. Jordan nor our MJ can be the GOAT.
So we just talked about how Dirk led a bunch of nobodies. Yet you just said he had the worst team every time. It can't be both. It can't be. You can't say Dirk had a bunch of nobodies and
Dirk
had the worst team every
championship.
time.
He beat a bunch of somebody. LeBron should have won that championship. That's his only.
Okay. Jordan didn't have no blemishes like that. Jordan didn't have no blemishes like that. He didn't have no coulda, woulda. He did it every time. Didn't even go to a game 7. Kill mode every time.
So let me ask you, what makes the GOAT the GOAT? What makes the GOAT the GOAT? Is it scoring? Is it rebounding? Is it assists? What makes the GOAT?
Some people say championships.
I don't think championship. It's
combination. That's what some people say, a combination.
It's a combination of championships and dominating the game. However you do it.
Okay.
Because every player obviously is going to have a different way in which they impact the game. So dominating the game in whatever way you do it. And the way that Jordan did it was through scoring and that kill moment like Kobe had. You know what I mean? But he can affect the game in as many different ways as LeBron did. LeBron was an all-around player. But Jordan was the better player as far as his impact on the game. And him dominating the game. And you combine that with the rings and the finals MVPs, Jordan's the GOAT.
You said Jordan has the... Wait, repeat that statement?
Which one? Which part?
The beginning where you said MJ was the better player. Why?
MJ was the better player because he dominated the game in the way that he impacted the game. You combine that with the championships that he won and the fact that he was the finals MVPs during those championships. Jordan's like for example, I said LeBron obviously affects the game in a wider variety of ways, as far as scoring, passing, rebounding. But like when it comes to Jordan just being a killer, scoring and as a defender, and the way that impacted the game he played in, and the way that led his team to 6-0 in the finals, 3 for 3-peats. He impacted the game differently than LeBron because he wasn't the all-around player that LeBron was. But the way in which he dominated the game for his style had a bigger effect on the game, in my opinion, and led to those 6 championships, 6 rings, 6 finals MVPs. That's why I got Jordan as the GOAT. And people always talk about, like, this is another argument. Like, people say, like, Jordan, the competition level, like, there wasn't as many good athletes during that period of time. Every team has 3 or 4 athletes like Jordan. On nowadays times, those type of comments don't make sense. This man was 6'6" and ran a 4.340 and had a 48-inch vertical. There's no 6'6" or above player in the league right now with those type of measurables. I mean, like, there's no 6'6" player with a 4.340 and a 48-inch vertical right now. He was a super elite athlete today. There's not 3 or 4 players on every team that's the athlete Jordan was. And then you take in account that the fact that defense was played a lot differently back then than there are now. Jordan would average 40 easily right now.
Jordan would not average
40.
Listen,
back then, now you can't impede a player's press with hand checking. Then you could. Now you like have an aggressive hard foul and it could lead to a flagrant 2, you out the game. Back then that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? So Jordan averaged 36 one year with that type of nonsense going on. Dudes was playing football and he averaged 36 back then. So if he averaged 36 back then playing football, and you can't hand check now, you can't foul the way they used to when you get into the lane now, like you could back then. Imagine what prime Jordan would have did back now. 6'6", 4.340, 48-inch vertical. There's no way they was keeping that man out the lane now.
You can make the same argument for Kareem with the measurables.
Kareem was taller than everybody else and had a sky hook that was unblockable. He's a GOAT, but he's not Jordan.
I mean, he was using his gifts. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? Like, I mean, would you want him to not do that?
No, I'm
you
saying.
Know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, if you're using measurables like that, Kareem
that's why he's number 3 on my list. But what I'm saying is, every team back then had a 6'6" wing. Jordan was just on another level. You know what I mean?
Jordan
like
was the main person who could scoring down in the only pushback I would say against that, when people say players now are better than they were back then, is because they put more into their bodies. They play basketball a whole lot longer than they did back then.
But what I'm saying is, I see that the comment came up there. You said there was a comment up there just now. You know what I mean? I guess that one right there. It says today's athletes are way better than old days. There's nobody today 6'6" with a 4.340 and a 48-inch vertical. Not one player in the league. Not one player with that type of burst and athleticism.
If they measured it, I'm sure somebody would prop up. Somebody would.
You might have 1 or 2.
Russell Westbrook is pretty good.
But Russell Westbrook ain't 6'6". That's the difference. I said 6'6" and above. 6'4". 6'3". Look it up. It's 6'3".
6'3", 6'4", or something like. He played bigger though. He played.
Do you feel like
SGA? You feel like Michael Jordan? That's a good point. If Shea Alexander-Gilchrist averages 30 today, then what does MJ average today? Shea Gilchrist-Alexander averaged 30 this year.
So
he's not.
Jordan will only average 40
by any means.
Hold up. Jordan will only average 40 or more if he learns to shoot the 3 better.
He came up in an era where it wasn't a focus. Of course,
you can't say it's not a focus. It was there.
It wasn't a focus. Go look up this 3-point attempt.
It was there.
You know why it's there? You know why it's more of an emphasis now because of Curry, who could have been on my top 5 if I wanted to. I could make an argument, but that's beside the point. The point is, like, it was there. Of course, it's there. Just like the post is there. Why don't they use the post more? Post play like they do. It's there. The block is still there. You know what I mean? Why don't they post players up and score like they used to? The game changes. It evolves.
Yeah, we talked about that too. We talked about that last week too, or week before, of how like most of the teams remaining in the NBA playoffs, they have like those dominant post players. So they're making a comeback. Any final thoughts on the GOAT debate?
Clearly now.
You have some great points. Yes, yeah, we have some great points. If no final thoughts, we'll move on to our final topic. And that is Game 7. We didn't think we'd be here. Boston for sure didn't think they'd be there. And Miami was probably already planning their vacation. So, what are y'all predictions for Game 7? Kick us off, Steve.
All right, Game 7. They made it all the way back. Boys was down 3-0. How did they get down 3-0? Let's talk about that first. We got a hot team with Miami. You know what I mean? They lost Tyler Hero in the first series, and then Giannis went out. So that allowed them to get up some steam, and they went on a run. You know, Giannis came back. They beat him with, Giannis at the end, but they already had that momentum. They carried that over to the Knicks. Knicks wasn't that good of a team. Let's just be honest. And so they steamrolled, and then they won 3 straight against the Celtics, 2 in Boston. So Boston has got the momentum back now. Jimmy Butler did his little, his little thing in half court, a little timeout joint. And ever since that moment, they won that game. The Heat blew that was when the Heat blew on the Celtics out. But ever since that game or that moment, like, Jimmy Butler ain't been on this stuff at all. He's been bad. You know what I mean? So they're going to need Jimmy Butler to step up. He had 3 big shots, like 3 big free throws. That was a questionable foul call, by the way. But he had 3 big free throws to kind of put him in position to win. But at the end of the day, Boston won the game. So now going back to Boston, Boston is favored by 8.5 points. I'm expecting Boston to win going away. I think that took a lot out of the Heat losing that game the way they lost it last night.
Oh, yeah.
That's deflating right there. Already when you got the worst roster, I mean, the Heat play better basketball than the Celtics. We just, they better coached. But when you got just the worst talent roster, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that can be deflating. So I think Boston by 10, 15.
Ooh.
Okay.
Going away.
Right. Chris, what you got?
So I agree that the last game, that last shot by Derek White just broke the Heat spirit probably.
Goodness.
If anything, the Heat have been playing over their capabilities up until game 4 against the Celtics. So I think the Heat has come back down to their norm because during the regular season they couldn't shoot the 3. They couldn't score really. They played good defense. They played well for the players they have.
Keep it on that right there, Vaughn. When I go ahead.
Go ahead.
Then the Celtics are playing better now. But the key, I think the Celtics are going to win. But the key to Celtics win is Jimmy Butler don't get hot again, and if Jason Tatum can keep his scoring going, because those first 3 games he's just been awful. So if he can keep the scoring he's been doing, Jaylen Brown contribute like he's been doing, I think the Celtics win, but not by like 10 or 15. I think it's like
it's a tight game.
Points.
So you don't think it's like a shot at the end or nothing like that? You think it's like, it's kind of running the clock out, free throws at the end, stuff like that, win by 5 or 6, something like that?
I think the game is close until the last minute or 2. And whoever's up is going to lose that lead, probably.
Okay. So you think
I think the Celtics going to win, but it's going to be a close game. Either a last second shot by Jason Tatum or another putback by Derek White or something like that. It's not going to be a blowout by like 10, 15 points. I don't see that happening.
Gotcha.
Not with Eric Spoelstra still coaching now.
What you got first, that?
All right, so here's what I think. I've been going back and forth in this series. Steve Brown likes to think I go back and forth a lot, or what I say. You know what I mean? So, like, I originally predicted the Celtics in 7. And then in our little group chat he was referencing, I said it was going to win last night. And they very well should have. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I blame Coach Spo on that last. I blame Coach Spo. You got to have a plan. Replay that last play one more time. Let's walk through this real quick. You got Max Strus is the guy that's not guarding the ball because he's helping with the action to make sure Jason Tatum, who most people would say the last play would have been drawn up for, to not get the ball, right? Okay, cool. But you have a plan. I don't know what the plan was, but you got to have a plan to like, if you're going to take away the first option, which is Tatum, maybe the second option was Brown, and say somebody else is going to have to beat me, then you have to be able to make sure you're at least somewhat pending options 3, 4, and 5, which means you got to have a plan for the guy taking the ball out of bounds. Like, if you watch that play, Marcus Smart could have easily passed the ball right back
to White, yeah.
To Derek White, and you might not never get to the basket, but 1 or 2 dribbles towards the baseline, going towards the basket, pull up, could have had an open shot. Because he didn't have a plan for guarding the guy that was taking the ball out of bounds, which is crazy to me.
I think they were focused on Tatum. They were scared of Tatum. That's all it was.
No, I know. But you still have to have a plan for that guy that's taking the ball out of bounds. Like, even if you put an extra guy if you put an extra guy to make sure Tatum, what's your plan, guy taking the ball out of bounds? That's often the most dangerous guy. That's the guy that's forgotten about. So when the shot was taken by Marcus Smart, that had a free run at the rim, unimpeded, right? They didn't have a plan to defend him. They didn't have a plan to box him out. They didn't have a plan to dash the boards on that side just in case the rebound came off. And because of that, my man Derek White was able to slide in there, perfect position, offensive rebound. Before he even lands, he puts it back up. Boom. I blame that on Coach Spo. What was the plan? Why was nobody accounting for the guy taking the ball out of bounds? So
I would give you that, but it's 0.3 seconds left on the clock when he put it back up.
Yeah, that means all you needed was a little bit of a body.
0.3 seconds.
Box him out.
The game was, I was watching.
If you just get a piece of him, like just a piece of him to nudge him out the way, a little bit of body on him, that play doesn't happen.
It happens so fast, though. It happens so fast.
But slow mo is easy to say that, but when real time,
Vaughn,
I didn't see him until the last second.
Chris and Vaughn, how many times have games been won on a putback at the last second?
Too many to count.
Why don't you have a plan for the guy who's taking the ball out of bounds? Like, why don't you have some type of? All you have to do is get a piece of him. I think that's a coaching error. And because of that, because they didn't have a plan for that guy who had a free run at the basket and was able to put the ball back in on an offensive rebound, I'm switching my pick. Yep, Brown, I'm switching my pick. I got the Heat winning Game 7. You know why? Because now Coach Spo goes into Game 7 of this series over-prepared. Like, he's over-prepared as a coach now. You know what I mean? Like, I think he has everything covered. And even though the Heat don't have the talent, they're now motivated. They don't want to be on the wrong side of history. Jimmy Butler's now motivated. This man had a pedestrian game last night. You know what I mean? So and we still know Jimmy be playoff Jimmy. There's no other game that he can be playoff Jimmy that's more important so far this year. What's about to come on Monday night?
Definitely.
So if playoff Jimmy, if playoff Jimmy is going to be playoff, like if he's going to really be that guy that we think he can be, he has to be at this game. The difference between that and Boston Celtics is the Boston Celtics don't really, like, Tatum is, that's supposed to be their best player, right?
Yeah.
But like I told Brown this on the chat last night, this guy ain't got no dog in him though, man. This man had 25 points in the first half and finished the game with 31. Like, he disappears in crucial moments of big games.
Yeah.
And then you got to depend on Brown, who's supposed to be your 1B to your 1A guy. So they don't even know who the guy is supposed to be, you know what I mean, to be their killer, their closer. That's the problem that the Heat don't have. They know who their guy is going to be, and I believe their guy steps up. I believe Coach Bo has all his bases covered. I believe that though the Heat are the less talented team, they have the bigger motivation because they don't want to be on the wrong side of history.
Just that history aspect.
So you don't think them losing such a close game in that way going to do anything for them the next game? You think they're just going to brush that off and go into the next game perfectly fine?
I know they have an opportunity. To either wilt under the pressure of what happened in Game 6 and then go into Game 7 and not win that one, or they have the opportunity to not be on the wrong side of history. Which motivates them more? That's what the key is going to be. Can they get over? Can they get over what happened in Game 6 emotionally and get back to it? or is it gonna whip under pressure?
So
I think it's gonna be a blowout, or the Heat gonna win.
I'm gonna say this.
Nobody wants to be on the other side of history. That don't mean they can stop it.
I agree.
Golden State didn't want to be on the other side of history.
Bron ain't want to get swept by the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, things happen.
Hey,
Was that his first time getting swept?
That's why it's just.
No, it
no,
wasn't.
that's the
It
second
wasn't.
time.
Who swept him? Wasn't that in the Eastern? Was it the
It
finals?
was the third time. It was actually the third time he got swept.
The third
Yeah.
time?
I know he got swept in the finals once. I want to say to the was it the Spurs?
No, he got swept by the the Spurs.
Was it Spurs? Yeah.
Yeah, then he got swept when he was in LA one time too.
Yeah.
And he got swept first round. Wait, did he get swept that first round? No. That might have been the second time. What's the third time he got swept? I only know 2 times.
I'm gonna pull it up.
The Wizards got him once before too, didn't they?
You go ahead. With, Did you go, Vaughn?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it short and simple, man. I got the Celtics winning in the blowout. Their backs are against the wall. That was a devastating way to lose. I mean, dude, it was like 3 seconds in the game, and your White got the tip in. It's over for them, man. I hate to say it, but it's over. That's very demeaning. Yeah,
Took their soul last night, bro.
They took their soul, man. They took their soul.
That's the way I feel too. Stacks, you on the other side, so it's 3 against 1 on that
This
one.
ain't the first
But
time. This ain't the first time. It won't be the last. We just
Chris
had
got a
that one
close-
last topic.
Chris got a relatively close game. What you said, a blowout, Vaughn? You think a mini blowout?
I got a blowout.
I say 10 plus. I say at least 10 plus.
Yeah, I said 5, 6 at most.
I say the Heat in the like the Celtics gonna blow up or the Heat gonna win. If it's a close game, the Heat gonna win.
So you saying it's the Heat gonna win close? That's basically what you saying.
Yep.
Since you predicting the Heat, I got
Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing but opposite. I think the Celtics win close.
you think it'd be okay?
I think Celtics win close. It'd be real close.
It should be good.
Hey Vaughn, next week, for the intro, like when you call for the intros, right before I introduce myself, like can I put together a collage of the 3 of you picking the Celtics, picking the Heat? You get that done? Vaughn frozen?
Vaughn froze.
Frozen.
Vaughn sitting there like, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he probably didn't win out, man. Let's close out, man. It's after 10, bro. We ain't gonna make him log back in. You know what I mean? Go ahead and say our goodbyes, bro.
All right, I'm out.
Hey, listen, your boy Stack City from Detroit for Winston-Salem. Shout out to all my fellow GOAT Jordan lovers. You know what I mean? Y'all know if I didn't win any other debate, I crushed that one. I killed that one.
You know what I mean? That first one, you definitely win.
Listen, but overall though, even if I gave you the first one, because we have what? How many topics did we have? 6?
About 6, yeah.
I'm like 4-2. You didn't get swept. But I won the series.
I want to give you the series. I'll give you maybe 3 games at most.
5-1.
Maybe
It was
3.
5-1.
Maybe 3.
That was your only one. And I'm giving you that one just because like it's your first time on the show. I don't want to like demean you too bad as far as like the losses, the amount of losses. See, Brown is used to it. He's used to it.
Look at it.
Chris, it's your first time, bro, so I'm gonna give you that first one.
Hey, he talk a lot. Him and Bob go at it. They like to talk a lot. So
I ain't seen Bob in a week. Bob, come back on the show, man.
Bob been running.
Hey, Bob ducking the smoke for real.
You been
He
running.
ducking the smoke for real, huh?
You been running.
He been running, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, we just established the fact that I won. I beat Chris 5-1.
No.
He didn't up the score.
I don't know how he up to 5-1.
Hey, listen, not only did I beat him 5-1, but I gave him that one because it's his first time on the show.
First of all, I'll give you maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
If you giving me, I got at least 3, and I give each of y'all 1.
How you get 3? What's your 3?
I got that last one. I got the GOAT one. And let me see. Oh, I definitely got the best college prospect. Yeah, that was.
You got the best
You
college
bowed out on
prospect.
that.
That's
You bowed
one.
out on that one.
he gonna lose, so you didn't get that one. And
Remains to be seen.
LeBron's to go.
Huh?
TBD. You come back next week, Chris?
Yeah, I'll be back.
No doubt, man. We get one more on here. We can have a nice little panel, bro. Hey, look, I was thinking we should all everybody should bring a topic. You know what I'm saying? Throw it in the chat, and then we can kind of just go from there. I think Vaughn froze again. But I think everybody should bring a topic, just submit it in a little chat. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of go from there.
And
Vaughn, I mean, he coming up with all the topics. He probably shouldn't have to do all that.
And listen, let me run this back real quick before we close out. The first topic was Hopkins. That's the one I'm giving you. The second topic was the Blazers. I'm gonna get that one to you. Said Toronto. I'm gonna get that one to Brown.
Yeah.
Most underrated NBA prospect. That was me. GG Jack.
Everybody's won. Everybody's won.
Bates, baby.
You said what?
You even said Bates.
But
you said
you
him last
that
week.
Me. I said that last week.
I didn't watch that show, bro. I did not watch that.
I think GG is gonna be better than Bates though, but that remains to be seen.
Probably. Go ahead.
So I'll take that one. Melo legacy, that really wasn't a debate. It was just talking about his legacy.
Nah.
It wasn't a debate. Top 5 GOATs, I won that one.
No, you did it.
Game 7 hot takes, it remains to be seen. What y'all can do is tie me. The best y'all can do is tie.
So you was on your own on the last 2. Right?
Yeah, but I won the top 5 NBA GOATs.
Well, I was saying with the LeBron MJ thing, you know what I'm saying? Just that order. You know what I'm saying? He was alone.
I was by myself. By myself. But I think I proved myself a little. You know what I mean?
I got you. You did talk a little more. I get to you.
Game 7 hot takes. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that one.
Look at Elisa. Elisa, tell Vaughn we out. Hey, y'all hold it down.
Right now. King James. I'm not a King James hater, bro.
Out the gate. I mean, you got him number 2. You can't be a hater if you got him number 2. You know what I'm
saying? But look though, Brown. He's a distant number 2.
Yeah, you did say that. So you wanted to make sure you made that point. So you kind of is a hater too at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Hey, y'all boys be safe, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Hold it down.
Right, man.
Next week. All right. See y'all.
See y'all next week. Peace.
All right.
Yo, anybody still here? Okay. Wowzer. All right. New wait time. Here we go. Man. Okay. Time? I'm not doing numbers. Let's do 1 minute. Okay. This is pretty cool, by the way. All right, I'm gonna do this giveaway real quick, y'all. Because my internet is super janky today. Let me share my screen. All right. Everybody can see? All right, so here's how this works. I got 4 people from Windsor Park that joined, left a comment, so you get a duck. When I start this timer right here, these ducks are going to start the race. That starts the race, and the first duck to finish, everybody's going to get a prize. But I have a Pokemon tin. I can't find it right now, but it's an Alternatives V tin. It's got a couple packs, unopened packs in there. So if you come in first place, you win it. Super simple. All right, y'all ready for this? Let's do this. Oh wait, did I hit start? Oh crap. Hold on. Sorry guys. I wanted something different. Okay. Alright, where's it at? Join for premium features, start, use up and down for full screen. Where's it at? Dude, what is close? Oh no. Okay, here we go. Alright. I got my names right. Bruh, okay. Sorry, give me one of this. I'm just all discombobulated today, man. Super. Alright. We got 1 minute for the timer. Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Go. There it goes. And we're off, people. And it looks like the number 2 duck, Olivia, is pulling out slightly ahead. All right. And then we got Donia hanging out in the back. Rebecca is 4th. Jaden is number 3. And Olivia is pulling away from the group. Here we go. Okay. We got about half a minute left, and Olivia is slowly pulling away. Okay. Oh, the number 1 duck, Donia, is pulling up a little bit faster. Let's see if she can stick it. Let's see if she can hold this lead. Meanwhile, Jaden and Rebecca are biding their time, and it looks like one of those two are going to probably win this race. We're going to see. 15 seconds left. Jaden is falling back to 4th. Rebecca's in 3rd. Donia's in 1st. Oh, there's Bree. Bree just joined at the last minute. Sorry, Bree. I still owe you a props. Jaden's pulling up. Oh my goodness. Jaden with the win. Oh my goodness. Jaden with the last minute win. Oh my goodness. Jaden, I see you on what's today? Tuesday. And I'll have your prize. Everybody else, I have you a prize also. Thanks for joining, and I will catch you guys next week doing the giveaways every Sunday and every Wednesday. Oh, what's up, God? I am playing. I was doing a sports debate live stream, but you know that's over with now. So, and I'm just doing a giveaway for some of my students at school. So this is a duck race. And it's used as like a giveaway tool. So that's what this is for. Yeah. I'm going to jump on Fortnite probably in about 20-30 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna jump on Fortnite in probably about 30 minutes. So yeah. Appreciate you guys joining. And again, we got giveaways every Sunday and every Wednesday. So I'm out, guys. Peace. Oh, if you're playing Fortnite, look back, check back in about 20-30 minutes. Peace.